So let's talk about this lovely, happily toxic couple that we see before our eyes. The beautiful ChriseanRock and Mr. Tatiana himself busted down on the gang, Mr. Blueface. Now listen, these two make me really nauseous. The most toxic couple currently on TV and on the internet. Can we stop compensating them for their bad behaviors? Let's get into it.
Whooped it. Bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese. I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like...
So for those of you who may or may not know who this couple is, because I know a certain demographic follow me, or maybe some of you are just living under a rock, no pun intended, but this is the beautiful ChriseanRock. We all know who Blueface is, and she was a contestant on his reality show, Blue Girls Club. Now, she was chosen out of a bunch of other weirdos, and ultimately her and Blueface, they fell into a bowl of toxicity and became this weird, toxic, social media and reality TV couple. So we all know Blueface for his one-hit wonder, Tatiana, and now he has pursued reality TV. Him and Chrisean now have a TV show called Crazy in Love, which suits them well, on the Zeus network. If you've seen it, then you know. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a complete shit show. I mean, you can see that this girl obviously has a lot of demons. She has some mental health issues, and I believe the network is aware of that, and they're really compensating off of her erratic behavior. It's really sad. It's bizarre. She comes off as being really disturbed. She's always drunk. She has these weird, crazy outbursts that doesn't make any sense. Like, for instance, they'll be sitting there having a conversation and everyone's watching the same conversation, and then he'll just be sitting there talking to her, and then it'll get quiet, and then she'll be like, "Why are you looking at me like that? What did you say? Why are you answering them like that?" And then she'll just start busting out crying like, "Girl, what the fuck? Did we miss something?" I mean, it's crazy. It's like she has a mental breakdown in every single episode. It's really crazy and bizarre to sit and watch. Like, her mind just goes somewhere else. Like, she's not even making sense sometimes when she's talking. She's just all over the place. I mean, it's clear that mental illness plays a factor in her behavior and the way that she comes off. I mean, I know that she mentioned she had a lot of family issues. I believe her mother was an addict. I believe her and her siblings suffered from physical and emotional abuse by, I don't know if it was her mother's boyfriend or her father. I'm not too sure who the guy was, but she has some issues in her life that may explain, you know, the way that she is today. But even so, Chrisean is an adult. I believe that alcohol also plays a lot in her outbursts and her emotional breakdowns. I believe she's aware of what she's saying and what she's doing, and she needs to take accountability for her actions and stop thinking that she's the baddest chick in the room. You're not the toughest. You're not the baddest. You're not the scariest. There's always somebody bigger and badder than you. Because if you guys haven't seen, she's on another reality show called Baddies. And on this show, Chrisean is known to pop off. Like, she'll be sitting there with all the girls on the couch, and if she don't like you and you're talking shit about her, she's going to sneak you. She's going to run up and pop off on you. I mean, she's really swift on her toes. So you gotta like react and move really fast. I mean, that's how she is. Like, her tantrum will just snap off. So she needs to realize that you're not the baddest chick. You're bad in other ways, and it's not a good way. And she needs to really put that shit in check before she gets hurt out here in these streets. But either way, at the end of the day, I think Chrisean needs to be put in a facility and get some serious counseling and therapy, and she needs to be healed. This girl is really broken inside, and I think Blueface needs to be ashamed of himself for trying to get the bag up off of her. Because if he cared and loved this girl the way that he says, Blueface, nobody believes you when you say you love Chrisean. There's no way. I mean, Blueface is cute. He's nice looking in a little dirty-ish kind of way. But I don't see how a man could really be attracted to a woman like Chrisean. Now, don't get me wrong. She's very pretty. She's very beautiful, in my opinion. But when I say attracted, I mean in her mannerisms. She comes off really brolic-ish, really tomboyish, really rough around the edges, like she wants to be a nigga. Like, it's just weird. And I don't see any man being attracted to that unless you have a motive. And Blueface, to me, clearly has a motive. And that's chasing the bag. Because let's be real, Chrisean is now the star. And speaking of being a star, she was a star in her own right. She was a whole track star. She was athletic. She was in college, I believe. She had a lot of things going for herself. She was on a TV show showing off her athleticism. You know, she had a lot of spunk, a lot of fire. Look at her face. She was very, very pretty. Always a beautiful girl. She was fit. She was toned. And now that she met Blueface and is caught up in this whole entanglement in this world with him, I think she really watered herself down and her image down. She forgot who she was and who she is. I think she's lost. She's always looking distressed, depressed, unhappy. And it's sad that she doesn't have any parental guidance or any family members that can guide her in the right direction. Because if you see in the episode where her and Blueface went to Baltimore, and they were surrounded by her brother and her sisters and her father and her mother, surprisingly. It was a complete shit show. The father and Blueface got into a fight. The sisters were out of control. Like, they're just all a hot ghetto ball of mess. So this girl doesn't even stand a chance. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say that she's a product of her environment, but she's a product of her environment. So in the beginning of this video, I said that these two make me nauseous. And when I say that, it's because they have announced now that Chrisean is expecting. Like, we do not need to bring a child into this crazy, toxic situation. Like, these two have a lot of issues. If you guys have not seen this, like, interview that they did with No Jumper, it was completely bizarre. Chrisean went off. She started kicking and throwing and acting a damn fool. She had to be detained by security and literally take her off set because she was acting like really erratic. And then you guys want to bring a whole child into this situation. So that's why I said I'm just so nauseous by this whole Blueface. Hey, let's call them Blueface. But by this whole Chrisean and Blueface, like, pandemonium, I'm not understanding it. I mean, we know we all like a good shit show and we like the drama and the tea and the gossip and all of that. But when it comes to this, I mean, look at her face. And she makes excuses for this. And you want to bring a whole child into this situation. That's what makes me nauseous. Like, and don't get me wrong, she's no punk. She has done the exact same thing to him, and he gets online and he laughs about it. Oh yeah, she gave me black eyes. Like, they think it's funny, they think it's cute. I think they both have some mental issues, and they both equate this to love. Oh, he does this to me, he must want me, he must doesn't want me to leave, he doesn't want no one else to have me, so he's gonna put me in check. They got some fucked up issues. And again, let's not bring a baby into this, you guys. Like, talk about a reality show. So guys, I want to hear from you. Leave your comments down below. Let me know, what do you think about my opinion on Blueface and ChriseanRock? Let's get into the conversation. Give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to NikkiReactsTV, subscribe to my channel, all right? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I get the brief, then it's adios. If I'm with the trees, then she give it though. When I see police, then we gang low. That's another piece, that's another